kábíyèsí fún ara wọn ṣé Yorùbá ni wọ́n? Ẹ jẹ́ ká béèrè, ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣé kábíyèsí Ooni of Ife ṣé Yorùbá ni wọ́n ṣá? Because à ń sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá àbí kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ Ìgbò ni mò ń sọ nísìn. Ìran Yorùbá là ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀, Ooni ò dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí, wọ́n dẹ̀ dákẹ́. Ẹ̀rí pọ́rọ̀ yẹn kù díẹ̀. Bó ready láti gbé Nàìjíríà lọ sí regional government. Kò sí any plan on the table whether in his first term or his second term. Tinubu is just playing the card pẹ̀lú Yorùbá people. But in tó fẹ́ ṣe ni pé ó fẹ́ pull a bit of resources kó jù sí àárín southwest díẹ̀ kó ní kó máa manage yẹn while we still remain in Nigeria. That is the game tí Tinubu fẹ́ gbá. So gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ ẹ sọ pé Tinubu ní di 2027 láti wá máa declare interest fún Yorùbá people. Ṣé òun ló ní ẹ̀mí ẹ̀? Ṣé òun ló ní ẹ̀mí? Ṣé èmi mo lẹ̀mí mi? So if any Yorùbá person tí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi tẹjọ́ mọ Yorùbá òdodo, ẹ wá ń rò pé torí pé Tinubu wà níbẹ̀ as a Yorùbá president ó máa favour àwa Yorùbá, kò favour àwa o. Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu are hated, but ìjókòó tó wà lórí seat yẹn is not in favour of Yorùbá people.
Kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olóòfẹ́ àpàrà sórí ìkànnì Yorùbá Space TV níbi tá a ti máa ń mọ àwọn ètò àti ìròyìn wá fún yín lónà kọ̀ọ̀dù kan gbogbo tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ káàkiri Nàìjíríà pàápàá nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ti wa. Ẹ wo tó bá jẹ́ ìgbà àkọ́kọ́ tí yín rè lórí ìkànnì yìí ẹ bá wa subscribe ẹ sì má gbàgbé láti tẹ bọ́tìn kékeré tó dàbí aago yẹn tí yóò máa ta yín lóko nínú ìgbà tá a bá ti mú fídíò tuntun wá síta. Ẹ wo èyí tá a tún fún wa fún yín lónìí àrà ọ̀tọ̀ ni ó yá ẹ wá lọ bó ṣe ń lọ ẹnì ìṣó níbẹ̀.
Media organization ni mí tí ó ń polongo Yorùbá nation fún ìran Yorùbá tí ó wà lábẹ́ Nàìjíríà, and we will leave Nigeria through all the means, but diplomacy and ìfisílẹ̀. Ìyẹn wá pè wá ní òmùgọ̀, kò dẹ̀ pè wá ní ọ̀dẹ̀. But mo fẹ́ ká máa kọ́gbọ́n pẹ̀lú tó ń lọ ní Finland. Èyí tá a fi ń bínú, tá a fi ń takò wọ́n. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́gbọ́n níbẹ̀, ká wo bó ṣe ń ṣe so that káwa náà lè prepare. Tiwa lè má jẹ́ pé abroad láti máa make declaration tiwa. But ǹjẹ́ mọ̀ pé tá a bá máa make declaration nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, ǹjẹ́ agbára dì fún tán? Gbogbo yẹn náà ni ó jẹ́ ká máa ronú sí, ká dẹ̀ máa prepare ẹ̀mí wa lọ fún. Fúnlẹ̀ wá orílẹ̀ ìbí wa, kàgbéga 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 fàlẹ́rì. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ní pé láti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká jà. Ìṣọ̀kan ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹ̀jẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú ọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ òbí àdìjẹ pọ̀ sí ipò ẹ̀kọ́ rẹ̀. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí, mo kí wa ní kíkí àlàáfíà, mo kí wa ní kíkí ọmọlúàbí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká start Facebook wa náà ní bíbá. We are fully in the broadcast, and the good thing about my platform is that we try to push everything out. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn leaders wa, they are working round the clock on a daily basis. And trust me when I say that. Tí bá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ torí pé mo wà involve but wọ́n bẹ̀ mí níṣẹ́ láti wá jókòó sórí mídíà torí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa fẹ́ mọ nitty-gritty níbi tí ìyàtọ̀ wà nìyẹn pé ìtagbédání ò kì í ṣe child's play ẹ má bínú ẹ̀ta mi bá so that we can adjust because I'm only using one laptop, all the rest are the mobile phones, and I'm still trying to adjust them so that those that are watching me would also not lose out on so many view because wọ́n máa ní Yorùbá ló ní ojú ni ọ̀rọ̀ wà àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ lẹ́ ṣe máa ń sọ ẹ mọ̀ pé mi ò gbọ́wé dáadáa àti fi jẹ McDonald's mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Kí ló kọ́kọ́ débi pé táwa bá ń ṣe ètò tiwa àwarawa láwa bíbá yìí nísìn àbí àwarawa torí Yorùbá là ń sọ nísìn ọmọ Biafra ọmọ USB United States of Biafra torí èmi ti accept wọn pé wọ́n ti gba country ìwọ tí ó jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tó gbà fún bàbá Kítóyè tó dẹ̀ gbà fún pé United States of Biafra ti dé ǹjẹ́ wàá gbà fún Yorùbá nation náà tó bá dé tá bá wo page wa ní láti jẹta ṣe mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin gan rí pé níbo làwọn ọmọ Biafra níbo ló ti lọ ya wá ǹjẹ́ ẹ̀yin ronú pé wọ́n lọ ń pera wọn wá ni kí àwọn kankan máa pe àgbà call nígbà bá ti wà lórí ètò lẹ́mọ̀ máa pè wá no call ẹ jókòó kẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan tá a fẹ́ sọ ẹ̀yin náà wo bí wọ́n ṣe lọ ń pera wọn wá pé arákùnrin kan wà tó ń ṣètò tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa wa ǹjẹ́ ìwọ náà ti lọ ń pè àwọn èèyàn wá pé kó wá gbọ́ intanṣọ for 2 days àwọn Biafra lọ kóra wọn wá kódà àgbà kọlù rí láti Czech Republic àgbà lórí ètò yìí nítorí pé information ó ṣe kókó ó ṣe pàtàkì ìdí tí irú àwádẹ́ ṣe jẹ́ mídíà tí a ti gbà pé gbogbo tó bá gbà la fẹ́ fún bọ́tẹ́yìn náà bá ń ran mídíà yẹn lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn wa máa náwọn ọmọ tó ń lọ náà ni so iṣẹ́ tí gbogbo àwa ọmọ Yorùbá kò ń ṣe lórí ètò tèmi nìkan lórí gbogbo ètò náà ni òun ni pé gbogbo ìgbà kí ìgbà tá a bá ń polongo pé a fẹ́ ṣe Yorùbá nation ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ lọ bá wa lọ wá gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa kó wá gbọ́ wa iṣẹ́ tọ̀dọ̀ ti yín nìyẹn iṣẹ́ kan tẹ̀yìn ní nìyẹn ni pé nígbà tẹ́ bá ti rí pé ẹ̀yin ti wọlé ẹ wá lọ pe àwọn tó kù náà wá pé kó wá gbọ́ ohun tí arákùnrin Ife sọ kò ń ṣe pé ẹ̀wọ́ wá jókòó ẹlòmíì àti pín program ó jẹ́ nǹkan tó níyín lára àìtí ní kẹ́ fún wa lówó bọ̀ àti pín ètò tá à ń ṣe yẹn ó jẹ́ nǹkan tí a ṣẹ̀ láti máa bẹ̀ yín pé kẹ́ bá wa pín ẹ̀yin wo àwọn Biafra yẹn no ẹ̀yin náà wo ẹ rò pé àwọn Yorùbá ló wà lórí program ni àwọn Biafra ni wọ́n náà pera wọn wá pé kókó kíkí mi dà kókó kíkí mi dà if they talk about us he go talk about us ó wá lọ kóra wọn wá jọ èmi ò mọ́nú wọ́sọ̀ èmi ò sí nínú gúrùpù Biafra kankan I am not in any of their group mo dẹ̀ bá ní one of them ṣèpàdé yàtọ̀ sí Simon Ekpa tí mo bá ṣèpàdé kó tó di pé wọ́n invite torí èmi ò sọ pé wọ́n arrest wọ́n invite ni kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ńtọ́ lè invite ọlọ́pàá ní right láti invite èmi náà so yẹn ń ṣe bàbàrà ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ṣe ìlú òyìnbó ló wà so kò kí ń ṣe pé wọ́n nà lẹ́gba wọ́n ń jalè kan náà but ọlọ́run Elédùmarè á bá wa dúró tì ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dàbí ìgbà tí bàbá wa olóyè Ìgbòho náà tẹ bá rántí ìgbà tí wọ́n dá wọn dúró àwa kan refuse láti sọ pé wọ́n arrest wọn we refuse to accept pé wọ́n arrest olóyè kódà irú èmi wà difficult láti sọ pé olóyè wà ní prison tẹ bá lọ follow gbogbo àtolóyè wà ní àhámọ́ so in tí mo rí ni Simon Ekpa ni pé wọ́n lè gbé lọ sí Nàìjíríà. Mo ti gba oríṣiríṣi àwọn èèyàn tó ti pè wá pé kó bá wọn sọ fún Koiki Media pé kó jọ ní sáà yìí nígbà yìí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Simon Ekpa kó ṣe sùúrù díẹ̀. Kódà àwọn tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ wa gan ní ìfẹ́ gidi ni o, kò ń ṣe ìfẹ́ à ń báyàn sun torí ẹlòmíì abá ti nífẹ̀ẹ́ nísìn mọ̀rọ̀ ọjọ́ okó àtòbò ìyẹn ló máa kọ́kọ́ wá sí tiyín. Ó ní sísítà mi kan ó wà concern gan, ó dẹ̀ nífẹ̀ẹ́ Yorùbá gan, ó dẹ̀ nífẹ̀ẹ́ wa gan. Tí bá ní ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ family mi, bí bá pè nísìn pé mo ní $1,000 á sẹ̀ǹdẹ̀ sí mi. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni níbi tí ìfẹ́ dé ó wà concern gan pé pé Simon Ekpa tí wọ́n náà fẹ́ gbé lọ́lé, wọ́n dẹ̀ ní gbogbo ẹni tó bá contribute, gbogbo ẹni tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹjẹ́ lọ wo fóònù yẹn, yìí tẹ̀ ń sọ pé volume yẹn lò, kò sí nǹkan tá a lè ṣe sí, kò sí nǹkan tó ràn pẹ̀lú volume torí ẹ̀yin nìkan lẹ́ ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Bí alára àwọn fake product táwọn ọmọ Igbo tó tà fún yín, torí gbogbo yẹn náà la máa rectify lọ́jọ́ iwájú. Torí àmọ̀ pọ́n máa ń kó fake product wọlé, but ìyẹn wá ní wọ́n ń jàjàǹgbara kíró àwa wá wà against ẹ̀. Personal issue wa tí wọ́n nìyẹn, ohun government ló ṣe ń jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ fake product wọlé, wọ́n ń ta fake product náà ní bíbá, so yẹn ń ṣe new thing. So ẹni tó bá nóhùn gbọ́ wa dáadáa kò sí nǹkan tí mo lè ṣe sí. Tẹ bá fún mi lówó dáadáa ara mic mo kí ICTV, kódà program yín mo mute ẹ ni, òun ni mò ń fẹ́ máa gbọ́ lọ kó tó di pé mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò yìí. Ìbò ni program òun náà, program yẹn mò ń gbọ́ lọ lọ́wọ́ kó tó di pé mo bọ́ sórí ètò tẹ́lẹ̀. Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí fóònù kan ló ń complain, àwọn tó wà lórí laptop ló ń complain. So mo fẹ́ lose plotting tí mo sọ, and that's the problem. Tá bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ka comment thank yín, bá a gbọ́dọ̀ kí ICTV torí media ni àfojú payín rẹ. Tẹ̀rí tá bá ń ṣe program lọ, tá bá ti di pa ń kí àwọn èèyàn, ẹ̀mí tó ń bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ á divert, á ní rántí nǹkan mímọ́. So mo ń try láti recollect ibi tá sọ̀rọ̀ dé. Mo ń sọ nípa ìgbésẹ̀ táwa náà láti kọ́kọ́ gbé gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá. Mo wá ní sísítà mi yẹn ó wà concern gan, ó ránṣẹ́ sí mi. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ gbogbo ohun tí Simon ṣe kò sí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ níbẹ̀. In tó ń ṣe táwọn kan sọ pé ó wà against Nàìjíríà, òun ni pé propaganda tí Nàìjíríà gbé síwájú gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà ni. Ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa. Ṣẹ́dá mọ̀ pé gbogbo wa náà la mọ̀ pé wọ́n máa ní ìjọba òṣìbájà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, torí ìjọba ó ní agbára láti crush èèyàn. Kódà mò ń gbọ́n kankan nísìnyí pé ó ṣeéṣe pé pressure tó wá tó fi di pé gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ ti Simon yẹn ó ṣeéṣe pé láti France ló ti wá. Pressure pé ó ń bọ̀, gbogbo pressure in tó ń lọ tó fi invite àti France. Ṣẹ́rí France yẹn a gbọ́dọ̀ mójútó wọn dáadáa ibi tí Tinubu ń lọ yẹn, but ká ṣe padà sí bíbá. Now púpọ̀ nu yín béèrè nísìn pé níbo ni ìrìn àjò wá dé àti pé níbo là ń lọ. Mo ní a ṣe wà lórí ìrìn àjò, àìtí kúrò lórí ẹ̀. Mo rí sister mi kan send message pé Mr. Koiki bọ̀ ní 2022 ẹni ẹ máa declare. Number one, ṣe rọrọ̀ declaration kò ṣe declaration kò ń ṣe tí a lè ní kò lè possible lálẹ́ yìí. Yes, France gangan ni problem yẹn ti wá. England náà kọ́ farakun díẹ̀ ni. But à ń bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ yẹn, but ó ti late, wọ́n ti make a declaration wọn. Ó dẹ̀ ti wà náà atẹ́gùn, kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan tó lè ṣe sí mọ́. Ìyẹn àgbáyé. Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ìrìn àjò ti Yorùbá, èyí táwa gbé dání, èyí táwa gbà fún, èyí táwa ń bẹ Ọlọ́run fún pé kó ṣe ojú àánú ẹ̀ kó fi wò wá báyìí ká lè ní orílẹ̀-èdè tiwa náà. Ta ló ń dá dúró? Gbogbo wa ti mọ̀ yẹn. Kí ló dé tó ì tí ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀? Gbogbo wa ti mọ̀. Ṣó ṣeé ṣe? Ìyẹn everybody agree pé ó sì ṣeé ṣe. But ó wá máa ṣeé ṣe yẹn, ọ̀nà wo la fẹ́ fi gbà? Ta máa fi lè sọ pé àsíá Yorùbá ó wà ní gbogbo ẹ̀ka ilẹ̀ Yorùbá provinces wa. Gbogbo provinces wa yẹn òun la ti ṣiṣẹ́ kan tó sì ń kù díẹ̀díẹ̀. Ǹjẹ́ ta bá declare tán, ǹjẹ́ a múra fún àwọn tó máa wà against ìtagbédání nílẹ̀ Yorùbá? Nítorí music and play sálẹ̀ yẹn fún copyright ẹ mọ̀ pé Christmas ti ń bọ̀ in another 24 days a máa sọ pé Merry Christmas fáwọn tó ń celebrate ẹ̀ kò ń ṣe wọ́n ló ń celebrate bẹ́ẹ̀ ní tọ́dún babaláyé ni ó ń ṣọdún. In almost countdown wọ́n ló ń bọ̀ everybody fẹ́ wo kí ló fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀. The end of in tó ń lọ ní Finland àti the home kò tí tán. The easiest part òun ni wọ́n sì ṣe ní Finland. The difficult part òun ni báwo lọ ṣe fẹ́ hold the ground part of it láti make sure pé wọ́n control the ground force láti lè control gbogbo ẹ̀ka 40 states. Kódà ọmọ Yorùbá wà tí worried pé wọ́n ti gbalẹ̀ Yorùbá náà Koiki torí nǹkan tá à ń sọ fún ẹ nísìn wọ́n ti gbalẹ̀ Yorùbá kódà ẹlòmíín complain pé wọ́n ń gba ilẹ̀ tàwọn ẹlòmíín mọ́ tiwọn. Gbogbo tó yẹ káwa focus òun ni pé báwo gan làwa náà ṣe fẹ́ pull out òun là kọ́kọ́. Land dispute kò lè ṣaláì má wáyé. Kódà báwa náà bá declare àwọn kan náà tún máa fẹ́ claim pé àwọn làwọn níbi kan lọ́dọ̀ tiwa. Gbogbo tí àwọn British during that time wọ́n ti make a lot of wọ́n ti ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àṣìṣe gan nípa ta ló ní bíbà níbo ni boundary yín dé níbo ni kò dé. But èyí tó yẹ kó jẹ́ òkókó dùn fọmọ Yorùbá ni pé ká kọ́kọ́ pull out. Ìyẹn ló yẹ kó jẹ́ the first priority wa pé ká kọ́kọ́ pull out kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà. Tá bá wá pull out nínú Nàìjíríà then ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan a máa yanjú ẹ̀. Britain pẹ̀lú àwọn borders wọn wọ́n ṣe yanjú háwùháwù tó wà láàrin ara wọn. Britain, the United Kingdom wọ́n sì ní àwọn háwùháwù tó wà láàrin àwọn àtàwọn borders wọn tó wà within their axis, especially Republic of Ireland. Ṣé mọ̀ pé Republic of Ireland is an entity, is a sovereign state tiẹ̀ ó dá dúró ni gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè. Nígbà tí Britain tó pull out kúrò nínú European Union wọ́n fẹ́ lo bẹ̀yẹn máa fi gbé ẹrù wọlé lọ sí EU country. Ó ní àwọn oríṣiríṣi agreement tó gbọ́dọ̀ lọ. Mo wá ń béèrè èní ní the first day of the month of December 2024 àbí ọjọ́ Sunday. What are we going to do now? Kí làwa máa ṣe now that Biafra have declared United States of Biafra? Àwọn tó gbà fún self-determination ni mò ń bá sọ̀rọ̀. Mo ò bá àwọn APC sọ̀rọ̀ because àwọn yẹn ronú bó ṣe máa win election ní 2027. Mo ò bá Peter Obi àti Atiku tó fẹ́ merge wọ́n dẹ̀ máa merge but wọ́n lè defeat Tinubu because Tinubu máa rig election yẹn wọlé. Tinubu máa rig rẹ̀ because òun ló ṣì wà in control of INEC. So gbogbo ẹni tó bá hùn tó ṣì ń assume pé Peter Obi máa wọlé àbá Atiku máa wọlé, they are wasting their time. But fáwa tí a gbà pé ọ̀nà kan tó kù tí ìran yìí, because ìran tá à ń sọ yìí a fẹ́ yẹ kó ní future la ṣe ń ṣe gbogbo eléyìí. Future tá ti rí irú àwa nísìnyí, I don't see any future here anymore, and I'm being honest. But after 25 years, I'm not seeing any future in UK anymore, not even in Europe. But fẹ́ni tó ì tí débí bá, yes, I want you to come and experience it. Don't má jẹ́ kíyàn kan sọ fún ẹ pé don't travel. That is a lie. You travel if you have the means, if you have the network, tó bá lè fi gbéra jáde kúrò ní Nigeria. But fara wa ta ti pẹ́ níbí by there, I don't see any future here anymore. Future tí mo fẹ́ nísìn òun ni the future on the ground nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, bá ṣe lè build it, káwa náà participate, káwa náà contribute, bó jẹ́ nínú media ni, bó jẹ́ nínú hospitality ni, engineer ni, agriculture ni, research ni, contribution yẹn a lè lọ fún Nàìjíríà nísìnyí. Don't expect some brother mi African Confidential, mo fojú pẹ́yìn tó kù rẹ̀, ó dìde wá láti Amẹ́ríkà ni, ó ra ticket, mo bí pé kí ló wá ṣe, ó ní mi ló ń wá kì láìṣọ́ obìnrin, èmi ló òun wá dúpẹ́ fún mi pé intemi àti Ìgbòho gbé dání òun ò lè ṣe, ó dẹ̀ ra ticket láti Amẹ́ríkà, ó wá bá mi ní London, ó dẹ̀ fún mi lówó tó pọ̀ dáadáa, ó fẹ́ kí n sọ fún ọmọ ní sọ, so mo kí ẹ brother mi, mo kí ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ náà. So let's come back to the program. We are not here to put sweet on top of the situation. Mo ti sọ ní the broadcast mo ṣe níjẹta, mo ní I lack funding but I lack ìlàkàyè. A lè lack funding pé a lówó, but làákàyè Yorùbá òun ló ṣe high jù. Ṣe rí làákàyè tọ́lọ́ ń gbé fún wa ẹ̀ tá bá pull it together, structure tó ń pè Nàìjíríà yẹn akọ̀rọ̀ akọ́ńbrò ni. Ìyẹn làwọn Biafra ṣe ń bínú pé ẹ̀yin gangan ní ẹ lè púlù Nàìjíríà bí fún àwọn, and they still believe so. Wọ́n sì gbàgbọ́ pé àwa Yorùbá, àwa gangan ní igi tó ṣì tó ń fuel Nàìjíríà tí Nàìjíríà fi ń jẹ́ Nàìjíríà. Àwa tá jẹ́ Yorùbá, àwa là ń fi igi sínú Nàìjíríà. Tí igi yẹn bá ti fẹ́ jó, Tinubu á tún ní kó fi mí sí. Tí igi yẹn bá fẹ́ jó, Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún ní ẹ má yẹ kó jó tán. Àti igi bá fẹ́ jó, Ooni of Ife náà ní ẹ bá mi fi kan sí. Because bàbá wa Ooni of Ife kábíyèsí, ó jẹ́ káwọn ti sọ̀rọ̀ pé gbogbo táwọn ọmọ yìí ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí ṣé ẹ̀tọ́ ni ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá, àmọ́ ẹ ṣe jẹ́ ká ṣe sùúrù díẹ̀, bó wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ní láìní yẹn. Kódà wọ́n tẹ̀ mẹ́nu bà gbogbo pa ń sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá. Ṣé kábíyèsí fúnra wọn ṣé Yorùbá ni wọ́n? Ẹ jẹ́ ká béèrè, ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣé kábíyèsí Ooni of Ife ṣé Yorùbá ni wọ́n ṣá? Because à ń sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá àbí kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ Ìgbò ni mò ń sọ nísìn. Ìran Yorùbá là ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀, Ooni ò dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí, wọ́n dẹ̀ dákẹ́. Ẹ̀rí pọ́rọ̀ yẹn kù díẹ̀ káàtó. Ìran Yorùbá là ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀, àwọn ni the custodian of the stool, a dẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀, àwọn ò dẹ̀ sọ sí. Ṣé n tí àwọnù Nàìjíríà yẹn ló prefer fáwọn? Now, how do we convince him to let him know that ìran Yorùbá là ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀, kò ń ṣe ìran Nàìjíríà, ìran ọmọ aládé là ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀? Mo kí kábíyèsí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí nílé Ifẹ̀. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, bá a bá ní owó a máa ṣe ní ọpọlọ, bá a bá ní owó a sì ní number 6 tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè fún gbogbo wa. Wọ́n ti rí pé are good láti gbé ọ̀rọ̀ kalẹ̀, which is what a lot of us are doing. Àtèmi àtàwọn sisters mi àtàwọn brothers mi wọ́n ti rí yẹn. But èyí tó kù tó yẹ ká fi wọ̀n wọ́n gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá, wọ́n ò rí yẹn lára wa mọ́. Gbogbo ìtàn máa ní Babangida sọ kinní kan yẹn, Professor Akintoye wọ́n ti ná kẹ̀pẹ́ irọ́ ni. Babangida ò sọ pé torí tó bá ń jà níbì kan tó bá wá sí window ẹ̀tọ́ fún wa pé Yorùbá ni wọ́n á lọ sùn. Àsọdùn nìyẹn. Babangida ò sàn kankan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Baba Akintoye ti sọ yẹn fún wa tipẹ́tipẹ́. But a lot of people are still here, some of our media tó máa ń sọ pé tí Babangida tó bá ń jà níbì kan ẹ má bínú, ṣé network látọ̀dọ̀ yín ni mo rí TV mi náà tó ń freeze. Àwa la di Nàìjíríà mú lóòótọ́ o, but àwọn tó já àwọn leaders wa àwọn tí rí Nàìjíríà pé ó jẹ́ kó end. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn Afenifere. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn elders wa àtàwọn tá agree pẹ̀lú àtàwọn tá disagree. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa báwo la ṣe fẹ́ preserve ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Oríṣiríṣi èèyàn náà ti sọ báyìí la ṣe máa preserve ẹ̀. Ṣé a lè preserve ìran Yorùbá nínú Nàìjíríà láti preserve ẹ̀ débi pé à á tọ́jú ẹ̀ à á make sure pé kò crumble? Ṣó possible ṣá pé ṣá lè preserve ẹ̀ nínú Nàìjíríà? Mo fẹ́ ká lọ wo Vanguard tèmi, mo ń bọ̀, Sunday Vanguard. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá nílé, ẹ bá mi gbé ọwọ́ lé share button. Ìyàtọ̀ àwa àti àwọn Biafra nìyẹn. Gbogbo tí mo fi ṣe program mo ń sọ pé share, but àwọn Biafra ló ń pera wọn wá pé kó wá gbọ́ in tí arákùnrin ń sọ lórí àwọn. Ẹ̀yin náà ẹ bá wa pín ètò yẹn, ẹ bá wa pe àwọn èèyàn wọlé, abẹ̀yìn ni. Kò ní bàjẹ́ fún wa. A máa débi tá à ń lọ, a máa débẹ̀, a máa débi tá à ń lọ, mo ń bọ̀. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Ẹ má ẹ̀kẹ́ni kankan fòlù wa pé in táwọn Biafra ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ó lòdì sófin, kò sí nǹkan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lágbàáyé. Ẹ má ẹ̀kẹ́ni kankan sọ fún yín pé terrorist organization ni wọ́n, kò sí nǹkan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ má ẹ̀kẹ́ni kankan wá sọ fún yín pé àwọn Biafra yẹn gbogbo nǹkan ṣe yẹn kò ní meaning. Irọ́ ni, ó ní meaning. Meaning yẹn máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí níyanjú níwọ̀nba díẹ̀díẹ̀ nígbà táwọn àti Nàìjíríà tó bá jọ ń gbéra wọn lọ sí different countries tó lọ ń bára wọn sọ̀rọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè sórílẹ̀-èdè. Mo ń bọ̀, mo fẹ́ type ẹ̀ jáde kí wọ́n lọ Google search ẹ̀ jáde ní tí mo ń wá kọ́ mo fẹ́ kà because paper tèmi ló gbé. But mo fẹ́ kọ́kọ́ get ẹ̀ jáde náà ká tó wá lọ. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Happy Sunday, àdẹ̀kù oṣù tuntun náà. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká fi gbígbàdúrà sílẹ̀. Okay, òun lélẹ̀. Look at this headline lórí Vanguard tèmi. Regionalism, Afenifere, Ohanaeze, ACF take a new stand, want Nigeria to be renamed. Àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re ní gbogbo tá à ń sọ láti bí ọdún mẹ́rin, at least èmi láǹfààní àti rí bàbá Adébánjọ, kò ń ṣe mẹ́ta kò ń ṣe mẹ́rin la lọ sílé wọn. Ìkan wà ní ọ̀dà pé bí àìkò yìí mo mọ èmi ò mọ Lagos dáadáa. A dẹ̀ lọ sí tó wà ní Ìjẹ̀bú Igbó, kò síná níbẹ̀, àwọn nìkan lọ́tàn generator. Gbogbo títì yẹn ó wà completely paralyzed. Afenifere stand fún nísìn òun ni pé kó rename Nàìjíríà, pé ká rename ẹ̀. Ṣé ká rename Nàìjíríà ni ìta ń sọ nísìn ni àbí kíran Yorùbá kó gba ìdádúró tiẹ̀, sovereignty tiẹ̀ látara Nàìjíríà káwa máa jẹ́ Odùduwà Republic, Yorùbá Nation, Yorùbá Kingdom, in tó bá wù wá àwa la máa decide. Gbogbo wa ni o, kò ń ṣàwa tá à ń ṣe ètò. Torí ẹlòmíì rò pé bóyá àwa tá à ń gbé tó ìkalẹ̀ àwa la máa make gbogbo final decision. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, on serious people ní gbogbo tó wà nílẹ̀ nísìn. In tí Afẹ́nifẹ́re pépà tẹ́ni ni mò ń kà fún yín o, ẹ jẹ́ ká wọnú ẹ̀ díẹ̀. Ọ̀hánìṣe Indigbo, Afenifere, Arewa Youth Consultative Forum, ACF, and other ethnic groups have recommended regionalism and parliamentary system as the only way to tackle various challenges plaguing the country. The major ethnic groups under the aegis of Rebirth Group TRG also said the country should be renamed United Regions of Nigeria. Mà ṣe o, mo kí brother mi Fatai Ogunribido ẹ kálẹ́. The major ethnic groups under the aegis of the Rebirth Group TRG also said the country should be renamed. So in tí Afẹ́nifẹ́re dúró lé ni pé kó tún orúkọ yẹn ká yọ Nàìjíríà kúrò ká wá pè ní United, well, Nàìjíríà sì máa wà nínú anyway, but àwa pè ní United Regions of Nigeria. Ṣé ti rí ibi tí problem wà nìyẹn? In tó ń béèrè fún yìí pé wọ́n fẹ́ gba regional government àbí regional government náà ni pé ká padà sí regional government, because èmi query bàbá Adébánjọ kọ́lọ́n túbọ̀ lọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀mí wọn fún wa, is 95, is 6 years older than Baba Kitoye. Mo query wọn gan nígbà tí mo lọ́lé, mo interrogate wọn gan, àwọn kan mi wà tí mo fẹ́ sọ, just like I did with Ikú Baba Yeye. There were quite a lot of things he said, but gbogbo yẹn ìní inú ìwé ilẹ̀ tí máa kà lọ́jọ́ iwájú. The question is, in tí wọ́n rí gbà láti 26 years of democracy, or 25 láti 1999 ni a padà síbi tó ń pè ní democracy. Kí ló ń fún wọn ní assurance pé request wọn, demand wọn ó máa wá sí ìmúṣẹ even under a Yoruba presidency? Because Yoruba presidency là ń ràn lọ́wọ́ nísìn, kò ń ṣe, forget about Nigeria president, Yoruba president, but not to favour the Yoruba people. Bola Tinubu is a Yoruba president, but not in favour of the Yoruba people. Mo gbọ́ yẹn kó yé yín, because he's playing the same card that Buhari played. Nepotism yẹn ni Bola Tinubu náà play. Ó dẹ̀ try pé kó make sure pé ó hijack as much kúrò lọ́rọ̀ Nigeria, but not for the benefit of Yoruba people. So if any Yoruba person tí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi tẹ́jọ́ mọ Yorùbá òdodo, ẹ wá ń rò pé torí pé Tinubu wà níbẹ̀ as a Yoruba president ó máa favour àwa Yorùbá, kò favour àwa o. Bola Ahmed Tinubu hate it, but ìjókòó tó wà lórí seat yẹn is not in favour of Yoruba people. But ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sọ́dọ̀ àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re, because èmi challenge bàbá Adébánjọ pé Yorùbá táwa pariwo yìí kí ló dé tí a ṣe line together. Yínká Odúmákin agreed in that line. I don't know what killed him, but I met him before he died in Baba Afenifere house. But he also believed in that cause, the Yoruba nation. I think that, let me not mention names anyway. Let me leave it like that. But the fact remains is that Afenifere is like, whether we like it or not, is a recognized social cultural group in Nigeria. Àwa tí àwa pariwo pa fẹ́ Yoruba nation, àwọn náà wọ́n fẹ́ regional government. Mo wá ń bi bàbá pé láti ọdún mélòó lẹ ti ń béèrè regional government. Wọ́n ní ìgbà tá a ti padà sí democracy 1999 ni ó ti wà on the card, ó ti wà on the table. But Obasanjo was not interested in any regional government. So that means the first 8 years, gbogbo ìgbà táwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re ń pariwo a máa gba regional government, gbogbo ìgbà tó bá sọ fún wọn bẹ́ẹ̀, it was zero. Kò sí, nobody can get regional government under Obasanjo's government. So that period was a complete 8 years wasted. Because kò wọ́n Obasanjo asset America ni is another asset. Asset àwọn òyìnbó l'Ọbásanjọ́ kò dá nílé but ó dá níta. Wọ́n like Obasanjo níta. Obasanjo is well loved around the world because stújù àwọn Europeans ní Obasanjo. Òun ló ń play káàdì àwọn Europeans against the people known as indigenous people tó ń pè ní Nigeria. Obasanjo àtàwọn bàbá Afẹ́nifẹ́re would agree. I'm not going to go into all the details. They all agree. So gbogbo pé time táwa rò pé àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re ń ṣiṣẹ́ tó ń kọ communicate tó ń ṣe kinní kan a máa gba regional government. Irọ́ ni o. Kò sí anything on the table. Bàbá Bantu irọ́ ni. Ṣé wá rí gbogbo eléyìí tó ń play card nísìn pé Tinubu máa fún wọn. Ẹlẹ́mi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé bàbá Adébánjọ, bàbá Fáṣọ̀rántì wọ́n mọ̀ pé Tinubu ò ní fún wọn ní regional government. But I won't go into all the details. Anybody tó bá sọ fún yín pé Tinubu máa dance to the tune of àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re is also the same thing tó Ọbásanjọ́ ṣe ní Tinubu ń play lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ fún wa nísìn. Gbogbo tí Ọbásanjọ́ ṣe for 8 years tí wọ́n fi gba regional government yẹn òun náà ni káàdì tí Tinubu ń play lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn. Mo wá ń bi ọmọ Yorùbá pé ta ló fẹ́ rescue yín because the regional government tẹ́ ń béèrè fún òun ni pé bóyá ó máa stabilize the current situation Nigeria. Ẹ wo ohun tí àwọn northerners ń sọ fún Tinubu nísìn. Ọ̀tọ̀ ni ṣẹ́rí Tinubu àwọn Yorùbá kò smart. Àwọn méjì ló ń fún ní confidence pé kọ́ máa worry. Ṣẹ́rí àwọn northerners Tinubu ó ń dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún wọn. Then àwọn Europeans is also their agent. So Tinubu is also playing the same thing tó Ọbásanjọ́ play. Ó fẹ́ stabilize Nigeria, gbogbo yẹn irọ́ ni. Wọ́n stabilize Nigeria interest of the Europeans, not for the interest of Yoruba people or Nigeria. Kò sẹ́ni interest kankan tí Tinubu ṣe fún Nigeria ju pé interest àwọn Europeans àti àwọn northerners tó jẹ́ Sultan of Sokoto. Now ta ló máa wá gbà wá lẹ̀ gangan báyìí? Because Tinubu tá à ń wò lọ yẹn ẹ̀yin náà èmi ò gbàdúrà ikú fún Tinubu, àwọn kan gbàdúrà ikú fún, kódà àwọn kan ní pé kó fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ Tinubu ká fi tu gbogbo kí gbogbo ẹ̀ máa bá lọ. I am not in my out and out. Mo ò lè bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ kí n sọ pé kọ́ ló ń jẹ́ kí Tinubu kú even in my private discussion. But as we know today, as tí gbogbo wa ṣe rí, Tinubu tá a rí ní France yẹn tí a rí tó ń lọ lẹ́gẹ́lẹ́gẹ́ yẹn ṣé òun ló fẹ́ rescue wa? Mò ń béèrè ni o. Tinubu tí gbogbo wa rí ní France ó sì wà ní Paris báyìí àbí tó ń jó Peace Square òun àti Macron táwọn àwọn Chad tó ti gbà sí fún gidi pé the last military base wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ move ẹ̀ kúrò ní Chad pé àwọn náà ìlú làwọn náà mélòó ní Chad. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo Chad, ibi tí ó jẹ́ káwa Yorùbá ti máa ronú nìyẹn pé something is not right. Chad, officially Republic of Chad, a landlocked country located the crossroad of the North and the Central Asia. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo history wọn, ká kọ̀ lọ wo history wọn ní under Britannica. That is my reference point because media láti fún ní reference point ibi tó ti ń kànkan. torí ẹlòmíì nísìn ó lè ní ibo ni mo ti rí, mo ní láti lọ mú charger ilé wa because I don't know how long it will last us. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí ṣe ti bá wa pín ètò yẹn, mo kí àtòbí mi lọ́mọ, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n. For the Biafrans, this is a Yoruba discussion. We will be back in Finland tomorrow. But if you are interested to sit back and just hear the ingbati, that's fine. But I'm speaking in Yoruba because the conversation is in line with that. But we love you, we appreciate you. And like I always say, I stand gidigba with you now. Chad is about 1,000 miles, 160,000 kilometers by road from the West African coastal port. Although it is the 5th largest country on the continent, Chad, much of the northern part of which lies in Sahara, has a population density of only about 20 persons per square mile, 8 persons per square kilometer. Most of the population lives by agriculture. Cotton is grown in the south and cattle are raised in the central region. Chad joined the ranks of oil-producing countries in 2003. Hopes the revenue generated will improve the country's economic situation. Kò possible nígbà tí France ló ń control owó wọn. France ló ń control wọn. Now they want to take back what belongs to them. I'll bring you to that in a minute. Kí ni population Chad ká má lọ jìnnà? Because when we talk about countries, tí Yorùbá dẹ̀ ní population tó wà more than enough láti lè sọ pé ìlú làwa náà, but Afenifere sọ nísìn pé gbogbo tó wà nílẹ̀ nísìn ni pé ká change orúkọ Nàìjíríà sí the United. Mumbo, I have too many things open on my browser. Ó dẹ̀ máa ń slow kìíní down ni. Tàbá ti lówó àtúrà good laptop. The other laptop is there, but like I said, iṣẹ́ Biafra nìyẹn ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n sanwó fún mi o, because some of you, and let me put it on record, okay? Because I know Yoruba people are always like, nobody has sent any money to me. Nobody paid me for what I'm doing. Kódà àwọn tó fún wa lówó in the last 3 days are still Yoruba people. No one single Biafra have sent money to us since 3 days. It is the job of a journalist to promote something that is worth promoting, like what they are doing in Finland. I expected all our media to do it, but I know not all our media love the Biafrans. Not all of them love the Igbos. I know them. Àwọn kan náà tá don ṣe Yorùbá nation wọn gbà tí Igbo rárá. But ẹ ti gbàgbé pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe gbà tí wọ́n yẹn, ó yẹ ká promote wọn, ká push wọn lọ, kó máa bá tí wọ́n lọ, káwa dẹ̀ wà nù Nàìjíríà, ká máa wá orúkọ táwọn bàbá Afẹ́nifẹ́re ń fẹ́ tó ń pè ní òun dà. Táwọn fẹ́ wọ́n ní ká máa pè ní bọ́ okay òun lélẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ níbi tí mo ti lọ open ẹ̀. Àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re sọ fún wa pé change of name la need. We stick to Nigeria, but we will change the name. A yí orúkọ yẹn padà. The same thing baba Professor Akintoye Adebanji Akintoye sọ pé the longer tàbá ṣì wà nù Nàìjíríà, gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tí wọ́n ṣe sínú Nàìjíríà náà ló ṣì máa wá ṣe lórí ilẹ̀ wa. Ibi táwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re stand sí nìyẹn. They want us to stick to Nigeria, keep Nigeria, and that is why they want it to be changed, and they want that name to change. Mumbo, my laptop is on slow, láti boot up quickly. Browser and even though I've taken down some of the stuff I have on it, because every day these laptops are working back to back. Ọlọ́run kó jẹ́ ká rówó ká tún lè ra new one in 2025. It's taking longer to pull up. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Mazi Chidebere ó ní zoo Nigeria is gone. Olatoji Eji sọ pé the mad people àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re triple DRS ẹ̀gbọ́n mi mo rọ́wọ́ yẹn ṣe gan àwọn bàbá òfò those useless elders that should be given breakfast. Àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ wọlé lọ bá àwọn àwa là ní ẹ má ẹ̀ka ṣe yẹn ọmọlúàbí ni wà, and I'm not joking. Àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ máa wọlé lọ bá ẹ̀yin politicians àwa là ń sọ fún wọn pé no, bí ṣe even though bí ṣe ń pariwo lórí social media tí mò ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tó strong, many of our Yoruba people wọ́n fẹ́ wọlé wá bá yín kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n fẹ́ wọlé wá bá yín àwa la ní no kò tó ẹ má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ but inter máa ṣe ni pé a máa jáde rally láìpẹ́ yìí I can confirm that date yẹn ni wọ́n ti fún mi but all the works are ongoing but like I said a gbọ́dọ̀ gbé owó kalẹ̀ ẹ máa kẹ́ni kan we will rally ṣe rí ntí rally fẹ́ pull out ó máa end up sí declaration Yorùbá nation ẹni mi mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún yín but we need to be out on the street not for 1 day not for 2 days maximum 7 days shut down completely shut down I'm gonna shut everywhere down the world must know that there is something happening in Nigeria ní ìlú méjì kan wà nísìn there is problem in Bangladesh there is problem in Georgia and Romania yeah I think it's Romania ma confirm again wọ́n ṣe election níbẹ̀ àwọn yẹn tẹ̀ náà wọ́n fẹ́ election yẹn but àwa wọ́n fi spirit kan wọ́n fi ń dè àmọ́lẹ̀ spirit yẹn la gbọ́dọ̀ gbé jáde so ibi tá a ṣe máa end up sí nìyẹn but don't know why this is taking long to load let's open it again from another browser mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí ẹ bá mi gbọ́ ọ́ dé share button mo orúkọ yẹn mo kram ẹ̀ sórí ni the Afenifere pẹ̀lú àwọn Ọ̀háìzè I'm sure pa àwọn Biafra máa ṣépè fáwọn àwọn Biafra ti lọ they're gone already whether the Ọ̀háìzè likes it or not whether they reject them or not it doesn't matter USB has been declared United States of Biafra and that is the beginning and the end of Nigeria in their own region but our already declare that means Baba Afenifere àwọn Afenifere àwọn Afenifere they are now telling Yoruba people that the only problem now that we should be speaking to Tinubu is to rename Nigeria and call it United Regions of Nigeria. And let me quickly read further to that. This was stated in a communique. In tó ń pè ní communique ni pé wọ́n ti jókòó pàdé àwọn àti Ọ̀háìzè àwọn àti Arewa àti àwọn Afenifere àtàwọn other indigenous groups. Nígbà tó ṣèpàdé yẹn bíá nínú meeting tó ti wá parí pé ẹ má dá àwọn Biafra lóhùn ẹ má dá bàbá Akíntóyè lóhùn àti Ìgbòho ìta máa pè ní pé ká bẹ Tinubu kó bá wa change orúkọ yẹn ká dẹ̀ padà sí regional èmi ẹ̀ fi ń yé yín pé Tinubu ò ready láti gbé Nàìjíríà lọ sí regional government kò sí any plan on the table whether in his first term or his second term Tinubu is just playing the card pẹ̀lú Yoruba people but in tó fẹ́ ṣe ni pé ó fẹ́ pull a bit of resources kó jù sí àárín southwest díẹ̀ kó ní kó máa manage yẹn while we still remain in Nigeria that is the game tí Tinubu fẹ́ gbá so gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ sọ pé Tinubu need the 2027 láti wá máa declare interest fún Yoruba people ṣé òun ló ní ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ ṣé òun ló ní ẹ̀mí ṣé èmi mo lẹ̀ mí ni gbogbo ọmọ what happen tomorrow so tẹ́ bá ń sọ pé Tinubu need láti wait till 2027 láti fún wa ní even regional government ẹ̀ ń béèrè fún ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn abéèrè lórí tí ẹ̀mí yẹn bá lọ ńkọ́ tí ẹ̀mí Tinubu bá lọ ńkọ́ what next òun kọ́ ló ní ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ we pray for his good health we pray for his long life but even though after 2027 Tinubu ẹ lọ́kọ̀ ìdí sílẹ̀ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà in doubt ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ́ wà ní gbogbo àgbáyé tẹ́ ń sọ pé Koiki ẹ shut up ẹ fi Tinubu sílẹ̀ ó mọ tó ń ṣe joker ni kíní kan Tinubu interest is not for Yoruba people interest is only towards the Europeans and those that are known as the northern people in Nigeria ó máa kó nǹkan kúrò nínú Nigeria á fẹ́ dá padà wá sí southwest in terms of funding in terms of a little bit of janibi jalon but that is not going to stop him or change him from making Nigeria to become a regional government or give us Yoruba nation or give them Biafra nation or Arewa nation. Anybody waiting on that, you are all going to wait till thy kingdom come. Ẹ lọ kọ ìní sílẹ̀. Tinubu has no interest to such. Enter our Instagram. After 1 hour, we come back again. So let's read quickly again. This was stated in a communique that was issued at the end of a symposium in Kaduna. The symposium was titled Envision Nigeria's Future. Ẹ bèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn Afenifere pé láti 25 years ni ẹ ti envision Nigeria. Kó tó di pé irú Baba Akintoye dìde láàrin wọn. Baba Akintoye was part of Afenifere bí ẹ mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. He was part of them when he returned back from America. And Baba Akintoye told them point blank, in any ramification, nothing can work out of your plan to take Yoruba people into a regional government in Nigeria. Rather, Baba Akintoye was attacked. But no. Taba put nǹkan together. Àwọn tó wà nílé mama disagree pẹ̀lú wa pé no, kò possible bẹ́ẹ̀. Because wọ́n believe pé ideology tí wọ́n yẹn òun ló gbọ́dọ̀ work. And the reason why they disagree with Baba Akintoye is because there is still that denial. For 25 years, they have been demanding for a regional government, and that is still the same meeting of Fotonshini Kaduna, meeting Olori Buruku, meeting to near any impact in the lives of the Yoruba people that have been massacred on a daily basis, that are living like rags all over the place. How did we get to where we are? Àwọn can hold governments accountable. You can't hold those demons accountable because they are still under Nigeria. Until we pull the structure of Nigeria, we can deal with them. You cannot deal with your governors. Be Nigeria. They have made life miserable for Yoruba people. What is so Yoruba di? A routine ba wọn mọ Yoruba de bi pé Koiki tẹ̀yin ṣe yẹn tí Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún bá gbọ́ nísìn kò ń ṣe COVID-19 ni wọ́n ń pín ìrẹsì tí gẹ́ẹ̀ kan ṣe fídíò tó sọ fún Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún pé Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún ẹ wo ráìsì tó gbé wá ṣe mọ̀ pé nígbà tó máa fi di 24 hours wọ́n lọ attack gẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. That is the kind of fear that they've put on the lives of our people, that the Yoruba people in the diaspora needs to remove that fear and then make sure that we pull the structure down. That's exactly why Biafra has finally become United States of Biafra. Now, they will now use all their revenue, all their resources to make sure that their people will never be scared of those Olori Buruku and the governors in the Southeast. That is exactly what the Biafra have done in the last 3 days that we've all been watching. Because what they are doing is exactly what we should start thinking. Triple D, it shows that all of them are elders that has nothing in their head. That is why they are still repeating the same thing since 25 years. Until we have a formation like the Biafra and discard all these Afenifere cultural groups and also shun the so-called refer elders, we ain't going nowhere. And I totally agree with you all. So if anybody is out there that Afenifere, Tinubu will listen to them. First and foremost, Tinubu is not interested in any regional government. Some of you say, hey, he will do it when he gets to the second term. You will wait till thy kingdom come. Moki prophetic Banji Oluwatobi. We should all wake up and do our own declaration before it is too late. It is very easy to say, but we must put all the structures in place. As we speak today, I will tell any kind of military formation say ojutiti because already people, the government of Nigeria already know that there's what they call the Biafra Liberation Army. There is an army that is now no longer in a movement. They are now a country. All they need to do is continue to fund them, equip them, so that they can be able to defend the territory against whoever. Whether it's a Yoruba man in the Nigerian military, they have the right to neutralize the person if they terrorize their state. So it is very easy for us to say we can declare, but can we take and hold the territory for at least that is what we should start thinking. If we do not have that, then there are other options. But let's stick to the Afenifere, because the Afenifere went to Kaduna and they are talking about changing the name Nigeria. And I was telling you about Chad just about a few minutes ago. Let's go back to Chad. There might be no, in as much as my laptop seems to be very, a little bit tonight. Not too sure why. It's overworking. Let's look at the population of Chad that is telling France to toss off. There might be no for pointing that finger up. Chad is sọ fún France pé tó bá bíbà bẹ́ẹ̀ dá. And France, let me say this clearly, France is going to attack part of that region, but they are preparing. And they want to use Nigeria as a launching pad. And that is the reason why Toshe Fun Tinubu state visit. I am back, as you have all missed me, right? State visit was to give Tinubu that privilege, that you are among us. Come on, man, Tinubu, Jagaban. Let people around Africa know that you are the Jagaban. When UK automatically, as soon as King Charles became the king, the first person he gave a state welcome was South Africa. I talked about it, Etibagwe. Kílódé tí UK ò tí fún Tinubu ní state visit after 1 year in office. It shows that Tinubu is irrelevant. Not that it's irrelevant, they need him, but he's not as, you understand? Brain. You imagine, the United Kingdom is giving South Africa, as soon as King Charles, Oba, God bless the king, as soon as the king became the king, the first state visit that he gave out to no one else was South Africa president. When Tinubu came to London on his medical leave, they had to lobby. They had to beg King Charles. Look, the situation is, remember that you colonized Nigeria. You cannot just brush Tinubu on the side. The Kistama, or as at the time it was Rishi Sunak. Rishi Sunak is not inviting Tinubu to number 10 Downing Street. Igboho has beat Tinubu to that. If Tinubu goes to number 10 Downing Street, it is after Igboho has been there. Torí Igboho ti lọ síbẹ̀. Because Igboho was there before Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And that letter is still troubling. And I can confirm officially that that letter is now in the hands of King Charles. With my source and intelligence. That letter, it means nothing. That letter never finished, because the content that Babaki Toye put in there means that the Yoruba people should start preparing, as there will be an announcement coming very soon. Yoruba lo ni agbari. That letter that was submitted less than a month ago now, it will be 2 months in the next 11 days from today. That letter was submitted at exactly almost 14. We got in there at 1400 hours because we work with time in this country. We took all the necessary pictures. That was not Photoshop. I went in ahead before Igboho came in. Igboho walked in majestically. He's not a criminal. Just like Simon Ekpa, the PM, is not a criminal. He could be invited, but they will square it out. It's country to country now. Finland will not be talking directly to Simon Ekpa. They will be talking to the USB government. That is the preparation for the case, whatever the case will be. And Simon Ekpa will not be returned to Nigeria. The end of Nigeria is plain in our eyes, and some Nigerians are still not yet seeing it. You are waiting for some of these celebrity on social media that Dipo, and there's another one, they call himself Chuba. The Okpa Bell, I'm trying to remember some of their name. Do you hear what Gowon is saying? That's another story. I haven't even come there yet, because there's a lot happening. But because I am 7 hours straight broadcast, it's not easy to sit here. And even if I'm lying down, I'm still standing up. I'm in my house, yes, but to be doing a broadcast for 7 hours, no be moi. tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá yìn mí èmi gan yìnra mi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. No other media yàtọ̀ sí Àrólé àti Àṣàkẹ́. What the Biafra are doing, all the Yoruba media should be broadcasting it, because one day we will need them as well to help us push our own when we declare. We are two different people, but they want to go, let them go. I am not their spokesperson. We should use our media to help them push the message out. That is what we are doing. You think I get paid for that? No, I don't need to get paid for that. Gowon is now advising the Olori Buruku one that Nigeria can't afford another civil war. What intelligence ni wọ́n sọ fún Gowon? That's another story for another day. Then Wo TV is also broadcasting it. Let's stick to Chad. Chad is 18 million. Biafra is bigger in numbers. And Chad is telling France to F word out of their country, that enough is enough. And you expect, even if Biafra, their population is more than Chad. Their population is more than Chad. So that means that they have the right to be a country. So why are we against that? Why are we upset that they've declared, they've become a full autonomous independent? Oh, because they declared in Finland. Oh, shut up, Koiki. How does that? I thought you got sense. Your papa no get sense. Czechoslovakia declared in 1918. I was not alive then, but they are still talking about it. In DC, Washington, Ruben Michael told us during the presentation, oh, because you are still listening to the Yeye media in Nigeria, all those media that Bola Tinubu has bought, none of them dare talk about Tinubu anyhow. They will Tinubu is more wicked than Buhari. When it comes to media, because the value of the media is important, Tinubu will shut them down quickly. More people, as hey, you are waiting for Tunde Ednut to tell you about Yoruba Nation. All those ones are, caricature. They sit on the social media. That's their job. That's what they do for living. Those ones are not freedom fighters. Those ones doesn't love the people. You can hear Babakito say, he's telling about it. I'm not hearing about the people. You're not talking about the people that have been massacred. In the eastern, Enugu state was attacked. Dr. Ken Olunloyo is coming out to say that there is genocide happening. And Gowon is giving the hint that we cannot afford another civil war. That means they know that there is a fight coming up. How soon the fight between the Biafra government and the federal government is what I don't know. But there is something that is about to kickstart. And it will trickle down to Yoruba land. Let's go back to the Afenifere that are asking for regionalism. For 25 years. They've been having the same meetings. From there, they have big houses. The governors are paying some stipend to them every month. They are well looked after within the society. They are well recognized than you. They can travel. They don't need to go and queue for visa. They are well connected. And that's why the British is happy that they've made $64 billion. No, sorry, I take that back. 64 billion naira from the visa fee for 1 year, 2023 to 2024. Now they want to expand it so that it will be ×2 by 2025. Come to UK. It's a good place, but why not come with a good passport? United States of Biafra, Yoruba passport, Arewa passport, Ijaw passport. No. Britain said, no, don't. Just keep that Nigerian passport. We will then decide whether we give you a visa or not. So as we are pushing further in the tonight Sunday broadcast, the Afenifere says, and I quote, that the problem that we are having is to change the name from Nigeria, but we will still have it as Nigeria, but we can then just tickle it around and call it that we are united, even though we are never united. Everybody is playing that card. There is no unity among us. Tinubu is playing that same card. He is not going to give any Igbo person any position. He'll probably give them chiki. When the next president comes in, Atiku, he will do the same thing. Even if Atiku and Peter Obi join hands, Atiku will outsmart Peter Obi. That stupid one. Atiku will outsmart him. Because that's what they want to do. Peter Obi ma jọ̀wọ́ sílẹ̀. Okay, I don't mind for the sake of peace. Remember that Peter Obi was part of PDP until he came to number 10 Downing Street. And he came out of the house. We don't know what they discussed there. He went and joined Labour Party to destroy Biafra for the 2023 election. And all the Biafra thought, oh, we will use that opportunity to hijack Lagos. As we were told. Oh, let's use that to take Lagos back. Oh yeah, everybody, Obi Kelele, go and contest. Go and get PVC. And Kukute, Kukute was assuring Nigerians that you will be able to use your PVC to chase whoever up, and we will make sure that nobody will get visa to go to Wike doesn't need to go to America. He can send anybody to America. I told you I met the strong man of Wike in London. And it told you number one. When my brother, that one, the one that is the PDP spokesman, Segun Showumi, came to London some few years back. Our Lord Johnny Old Kent Road, ni 805. There was a guy that was sitting in that place, and he pointed him to me and said, look, Shori Baba Tojo Koyen, Ooni Deputy Wike. Not the deputy, but he's the one in charge of the state. He goes ahead. So Wike doesn't need to travel. So when the Western world is telling you, oh, we will make sure that we give them visa ban. Wike doesn't need them to go to America before he buys champagne from America. Ogogoro man. Look at the way he disrespected the Indian president Modi. They have to quickly move the Indian president because Wike was completely drunk. Olori Buruku. Drunk. And he became a security threat to the Indian prime minister. I'm not sure if it's Ojuju and Tinubu took him again to France. But that's not where we're going. Regionalism. This is today's paper, the Vanguard. You can go and verify it. Afenifere on Hanize and the Arewas take a new stand, want Nigeria to be renamed. Out of all the problems that we are facing today, and let me tell you, Afenifere has no stand to talk to your governors. They're not going to listen. I am telling you that. Egbo fact lenumi. Because terrible governors were they don't have any respect for Afenifere. Because there were few things I asked Babadi Banjo, but like I said, not everything should come out now. Because I did ask them few questions. It was a privilege that I went home in 2021. It was an eye-opener for me. They sat me down, some of these, and some places that we went that I shouldn't tell you now for confidentiality with my boss, Igbo Sha. And when they were, and there were some of them that were giving us evidence, but the only thing is they didn't allow me to take pictures, and I couldn't record. But as a journalist, you gotta have to memorize and put things straight in your brain. They will come and say, "Shorele, Shorele governor, we renew. Shorele, 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 Shorele." And I realized that wow, Shawako wala abroad na kon fashe. Gbogbo ta se ń gbọ́ ti China àti Ibukula Musun gbogbo yẹn làwa ti wà aware of tipẹ́. They've sold people. I wonder when ṣe bá ti ń gbọ́ nísìn ìbí gbogbo yẹn lẹ́gbọ́n ló dára náà pé Yorùbá wuyì. They say a guy called in and said we bought already the whole of Ogun State. They are not joking, no. People are more concerned about the Igbo buying our place, but you're not worried about Fulani that have bought every part of Yoruba land. I was watching Baba Bagedemo Olopade on airport, and I can see the Chinese. They're pushing their trolley. They keep flying in like ants. I'm told now that Chinese are making gari. Our Ankara, they are producing it in China. Everything that we should keep and preserve, the Chinese have taken over. I want a parasite in one, but we are thinking that the parasite are the Igbos. I'm not here to defend them. Have you talked about the Lebanese, the Shagoris? The Shagoris are the criminals, Lebanese, that Bola Tinubu is going to hand over to before he leaves powers. But Yoruba people, itabale le demo ni abi. Because we see we are looking at Ladipo, but we are not looking at the bigger picture of what Tinubu is selling back to the Lebanese to control. And in Ladipo market, Eco-Atlantic is being given to the Shagoris. Do you know the value of that area? You are not worried about that. You are worried about, let's chase them and rename Ladipo market to Yoruba name. While the Shagoris are controlling Eco-Atlantic, that we should be more concerned. Because you can't see that, Abi. You can't see that because you are only seeing the Mushi market. But you are not looking at the Eco-Atlantic, where America wants to build the biggest embassy in Africa. I pity Yoruba people. Your governors have completely sold us out. Your politicians care less about us. So what is the way forward? To quickly take back the sovereignty of your land and then rework things in accordance to favor Yoruba first. Think Yoruba first. Like I want to on Twitter here. I disagree with them because ìjọ ti bú Ìgbòho. Èmi gbé wọn wá sórí platform mi, wọ́n wá ń bú Ìgbòho. Anybody tó bá ti lè sọnù sí Ìgbòho, I will fight you with all my strength on the media. I will make sure that I use my media to pull as much of your ears. Tó bá ń sọ pé, wà ní èso púpọ̀ ìkọ́tí tó. Because Ìgbòho that came out, fi ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ sílẹ̀. In this DNA time of our life, your papa never do that. So you don't sit on Twitter, you don't sit on Facebook, on YouTube, or Biba Beda. I told Igboho that my media is big enough to bring them down any day, anytime. Tẹ́ bá gbọ́ nǹkankan, ẹ sọ fún Koiki, má jáde fún wọn. And that's what I did with the Think Yoruba for those bastards, olórí burúkú ọmọ Yoruba. Ẹni tó lè kúrò ní vicinity ẹ̀. Tí Ìgbòho bá wọ Nigeria lédè ní, everybody knows that's the end of Nigeria, but we must prepare to defend him. It's not that Igboho is scared to go, but we are looking at the bloodshed. There will be too many bloodshed. Are we prepared for that? Tí Igboho bá wọ Nigeria pẹ̀lú tẹ́mi àti Igboho bá wọ Nigeria lálẹ́, that is the end of Nigeria. Ẹ lọ kọ sílẹ̀. But it will be bloody. Because wọ́n nílé mú Igboho, but there will be blood. Because they will attack. Tinubu, I told you that already in the last broadcast. Tinubu assure Sultan of Sokoto pé tí Igboho bá wọ Nigeria, ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ máa bá lọ. Irọ́ dẹ̀ ló pa. That is the reason why we have to now prepare our mind, our body, our spirit to make sure that the agenda of Tinubu against Yoruba people kò ní ṣẹ. It's going to be 2 hours program. I only have 30-something minutes left. Let's move forward swiftly. Tonight is all about the Afenifere. But the question I'm asking is, the Biafra have made their stand. It's not that they are already home. They have enough people on the ground that believe, forget about all those Biafra that are in the southwest part, that they are not inside. They are only scared about us attacking them. So if you say, what do you think about Simon Ekpa? They say, no, I don't know anything about Simon Ekpa. When the right time comes, they will return back home and defend that land. I'm telling you. Wá padà lọ defend it. What do we do as Yoruba people? Àwa tá sọ pé a gbà fún bàbá Akíntóyè àti Ìgbòho. We must continue to remain firm that the journey that we are pushing towards the right for Yoruba people to have their own country, we are now moving into that. When sometimes when you're driving, I'm just using this as an example, you are driving in a dry weather and all of a sudden the weather changed. What do you think is going to happen? How do you expect to drive from the previous driving you were driving in the same road All of a sudden, how do you drive? Because you are still on the motorway. What do you do? Ask yourself that question. We have been driving already for the last 3 years, going to 4 years. All kind of manners of attacks there, stumbling block. Tinubu was a stumbling block to Yoruba Nation campaign. But the North will not buy to that again. And that is the reason why they are moving. Tinubu wants to break their wings. But they are telling Tinubu that you can't break that wings, though, because we can sense and smell what you want to do. The Europeans are begging Tinubu that they need Nigeria now not to break. The last place they want to break now is not Nigeria. You know why? Because Koko Benwani. They need Nigeria for a kind of a launching pad, especially as those countries from the Sahel, Chad, Burkina Faso, Mali, they are telling France that they've had enough of France. So Nigeria cannot be broken right now, according to the Europeans. It's not the right time. It's not ripe enough. We saw all the land, all the signs. So the state visit of Tinubu is just to give him that, look, Tinubu, yes, we need you now. Please, don't allow Igboho to do what he plans to do and Babakitoye to pull the Yoruba people out. Tinubu is asking them, how do we deal with the Biafra? The option is we might allow them to go. But let's see how much we can hold them back. Biafra is gone already. I'm sorry to tell every one of you. All the intelligent on my table say Biafra is gone. What a law. They're gone already. I know it's not what Yoruba people wants to hear, but Biafra Ati law. We pray that the Yoruba people will have the strength to support Babakitoye and Igboho and all our leaders so that we can also prove to the world that we are going.